just building on our schemes and offensive system. You know, we continue to grow, we continue to teach who we're going to be, implement the system, get some quick work to drill it so they get a feel for what's expected of them, and another good day. We'll let the Warriors know tomorrow before the game, not before.
Is everyone going to be available to play tomorrow?
The obvious guys, DeMarcus and Kyle and Talon will not be available. Jared Dudley's dealing with some soreness, probably won't be available, but everybody else will be available. And I do expect Anthony and Lebron to play.
Jared has been out for most of the week, it seems, with that soreness. Is that a long-term concern at this
Nope,
point?
Not a long-term concern. Honestly, really more precautionary. With Kuzma potentially, being out at the beginning of the season, we want to make sure Jared has that behind him and is available to us, as we get closer to October. We expect him to play, at least the last few preseason games.
How real of a concern is that Kyle could miss openly?
Well, we'll see. I mean, he's missed a significant amount of time already, and we'll see where he's at when we get back from China. Hopefully, he's cleared and we can start activating into practice. And at that point, we've got to be smart still and see if he's ready.
Did you get a chance to watch the Rockets-Clippers game?
I did not.
So the reason I asked, D'Antoni became the first coach to try the coach's challenge. What do you think about the rule, and can you practice it? Are you ready for it?
I honestly haven't thought about it since the head coaches meetings when we talked about it and discussed it at length. I'll probably challenge the first foul that's called against us just to get it out of the way, see what it feels like, and go from there. We'll see. I'll probably challenge something to just practice doing it.
Coach, what do you think Anthony's defensive role is this year, considering the burden of rim protection won't fall completely on him? Is he going to be more aggressive on the perimeter?
Yes, but we're trying to build our defensive scheme to keep not only our center rim protector at the basket, but to make sure that he's not chasing around 30 feet from the basket as well. We want to use his length mostly at the basket, but also he's a monster in closing out the three-point line too. So he's a guy that literally does it all, and his role is going to be that. It's going to be to protect the rim, show the length there, but also be a factor on the perimeter.
What does LeBron, his ability to basically function as a point guard do for trying to having the length, I guess, of figuring out defensive lineups where you don't necessarily have to be point guard.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for opposing defensive coordinators. is what it does. It's a challenge with matchups, and he's obviously a load to try to game plan against. So
in terms of you being able to decide who plays those two guard spots.
Yeah, it gives us flexibility, for him to handle as a primary ball handler or to play off the ball.
There's a perception sort of, I guess, in the NFL that these preseason games are not worth certain players playing. It's just the injury risk or whatever, and everything you can get done in practice with these scrimmages, whatever it might be. Is that true in the NBA? Are there certain things you need to do against other teams, or can you get everything done here?
It's a balance. My preference is your main guys play as little as possible in the preseason. Basically, have the mindset of only enough, as much as you need to get a rhythm, not more than that. Rhythm and conditioning. Those two aspects are important, especially with the new team that we have. So I hope that answers your question.
So seeing matchups and things like you can accomplish most of that
in practice, of course. Yeah, combinations, all those things. Yeah.
So do you have numbers in mind for tomorrow? Like, we're only going to play LeBron a half, AD a half already, or is that sort of feel?
Yeah, we'll feel it out, but it won't be a full game load.
Yeah. Coach, you told us on media day he felt like last season he got away from essentially who he was, a 3-and-D guy. You wanted to focus on that here in training camp. What have you seen from him?
Who was that?
KCP.
KCP's had a good camp. He really has. I've been able to see, I see on tape a little bit, and then the front office fills me on a guy's strengths and weaknesses, and they talked about him defensively. And, we're talking a lot about Avery's defense on the perimeter, but KCP's been exceptional as well. You know, both in chasing guys off screens, you know, showing toughness with containment, and then using his hands in passing lanes and getting deflections and things like that. So, you know, he's another guy that's going to impact both ends of the floor for us. He's shooting the ball really well. I think he's made improvements to his jump shot, and you know, hopefully that shows out this year.
Last two questions.
Is it tough to assess things until you start playing some of these preseason games, or a lot of these practices are you able to kind of see what you're looking for?
I can see a lot with what we're doing here. It's been a fairly aggressive camp in terms of playing a lot of 5-on-5, seeing combinations, seeing guys play the game, you know, and let their strengths and weaknesses show up. So I've been able to evaluate it a pretty good deal, but you know, the preseason games will just further that.
Anybody having a particularly bad camp? I hear a lot of the good stuff.
I don't know if you know anything about me. I'm a little bit of a positive guy, particularly with the media.
Last one, Kyle.
Yeah. So you talked yesterday about staggering AD and LeBron. When you look at Rondo's playmaking, is he sort of a natural fit when LeBron's off the floor to play with AD? Is that something you've identified already? Is that something you're still sussing out?
I do like the lineup of he and AD playing together because of you know, they're obviously they played together in the past in New Orleans and had a lot of success there. So I don't know if that answers your question, but I do like that combination. But honestly, I like him out there with LeBron every bit as much. You know, so it's not a situation where, you know, I'm only going to try to pair him up with Anthony's minutes. You know, I like those two guys together. I think Rajon's going to have an exceptional year shooting the basketball this year, and you know, he allows LeBron to exercise his versatility of playing off the ball. So I like him playing with both guys.